So this video is going to be a little different than what I normally do. Normally I just do quick cut riding videos and stuff like that. Nothing too in depth. Did one video on my old CR250F. It was like a time lapse, quick, it's kind of a rebuild, but more of like a restyle. I got this 2004 CR250. I only put about 7 hours on it. Had a brand new OEM crank and all that good stuff. Well, the other day I was riding it and I ran out of compressions. All gone. None left. Did a little exploring and found in the air filter there was a hole, or at least a spot where sand was getting through. So I was just running sand right through the engine. I pulled off the header here, looked inside, you can see the piston skirt is pretty gouged and scratched. And inside the air filter boot and all that is just coated in sand. So I kind of have a pretty good idea of what's going on, but we're going to go through the whole thing and find out everything that's going on. I'm going to rebuild it and we're going to document it all. Let's see. It's only got 7.4 hours since I got it. So you can see. I mean, overall she's in pretty good condition, but probably going to need a crank bearing, seals, piston. Probably going to have to get the cylinder replated. All of that. So, not exactly what I wanted to do with less than 10 hours on the bike. Really, I've only put just over 7 on it, like I said before. So, we'll see how she goes.
No, God! No, God, please, no! 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 No!
This air filter on the left here is the one that I had in the bike that was just letting sand through. You can see some cracks there. It was there, and on the bottom is where it's letting sand through. Then we got one of my other filters here. You can see what it's supposed to look like, but pretty clean. This one is just, you can see all the stuff at the bottom. Sand shining. That might be a little bit hard to see with this camera. First thing I'm going to be doing is just tearing the bike down, getting everything to where I can get everything real accessible, easy. Probably going to pull the motor out. Probably take the top end off first before I do that, but all's coming off. so I had to take a quick break, run into town, go see my mom, take care of her lawnmowers and stuff. Got changed, but just drained the rest of the fluids on the bike. Got the exhaust off, Pro Circuit Works header. Got the 304 silencer. Got a factory connection built rear shock with the black DLC. Put this back on after I cleaned it up. Definitely needs some cleaning. Alright, we got the bolts off the top end, off the head. Alright, so we have the bolts off the head. We're going to put that off, see all the damage in there. Should be fun. Well, she doesn't look as bad as I thought she would. I was expecting a lot worse. I'm still going to pull her off. I thought I smelled rust, and I'm pretty sure there's some on the exhaust port. This thing's been sitting for so long. The exhaust bridge doesn't look damaged. A lot of times there's hairline fractures in there. I don't see any. That's alright. We're going to use. Let me get a light. Alright, I haven't cleaned anything yet. This is the head. I mean, definitely gonna need some cleaning, but I don't see any big scoring or damage. It looks a lot better than I thought it was going to. Man, it doesn't look great, but it's better than I was expecting. Let's pull off the cylinder and see how it looks. Get this piston out, see what this thing looks like. All right, here she is. I don't see some side to side. There's no up and down play. A little bit side to side. Crank's probably got less than 10 hours on it. Maybe a little more. But so let me think about this for a little bit. I got a couple options. I'm either gonna split the cases and rebuild the whole thing, or take the motor out, flush it with some diesel fuel and whatever else I can find. Take the reeds out, get that all sorted, cleaned up, and run with this crank for a while. And just order a kit for whenever it's ready. Yeah, do a little more research on it and think about it. See what I want to do. Luckily there's no damage, at least apparent damage on this head. It's a shaved head, so kind of like it. So you might be able to see it from there. The shavings. Maybe not. So everything's kind of cleaned up now. You get a little bit better look at what's going on. Piston, actually pretty new. It's a Vertex, but you can definitely see where the sand got to it, started scoring it. I'll attach some pictures so you can actually get a good view of it all. This camera's not going to pick up a whole lot. The cylinder wall doesn't feel rough. It's actually really smooth. You can't feel any gouges or anything like that. But you can definitely see by the exhaust port that it was probably the nick is still worn away. Maybe an oblong cylinder, so I'm definitely gonna have to get this replated. But I don't know, everything else looks pretty good. New piston, obviously. Carburetor. She's a dirty. Yeah, nice little oh yeah. It's all in the motor. So we're gonna clean that real good too. So basically where I'm sitting right now is I've got it mostly tore down. I gotta pull the bottom end out, and I'm gonna flush it a few times and see how it feels, but most likely I'm gonna order a whole top and bottom end kit. Just take care of it all. I've got some lists going here, parts and torque specs and all that stuff. But so that's where I'm sitting now. Probably gonna order some parts within the next few days, and I'll start working on the next video. Get this thing going again. At least I'm gonna have something to do during this whole coronavirus thing.